what's going on? I'm Christina, and here's my top 10 list of my favorite Power Rangers seasons. Now, for over 20 years, the Power Rangers is known to battle bad guys and save the world, and they get to evolve and be equipped with cool weapons and Megazords. And number 10 is Power Rangers Mystic Force. Now, for this season, believing magic is key, and that is the main component and lesson that Disney was trying to portray to its audience during that season. One of the main cool parts is during the Megazord transformation. Turns out these Power Rangers have the ability to turn into, in a way, kind of like a Megazords, except they're known as Titans. And throughout the season, they have to face an evil villain called the Master. And now, this villain doesn't really have a name after the Master, it's literally just known as the Master. Also, there's really one cool part of the Power Rangers season that you should really check out at the end of the season. It's really cool. I think you might recognize her from in the past. I think you guys might really enjoy it. There's also over the episodes during that season, there's a lot of stories that involves the past of the Red Ranger, and it's really cool to see where it ends up. I really enjoyed the ending and how the season played out for Mystic Force. Overall, I really enjoyed the episodes of watching Mystic Force. I can't wait to see what happens to them after many years after being a Ranger. And I wonder how they're doing right now. And number 9 is SPD, also known as Space Patrol Delta. It is a really cool series that takes place in 2025. And this is where these 5 Rangers are part of a team called the B Squad. Now, prior to becoming Rangers themselves, they had to take in the place of the A Squad due to their disappearance. Prior to receiving their powers, they were part of a team called the B Squad, which is commanded by Commander Kruger in SPD in the future. From there on, they received their powers only because, one, they had to defeat an evil villain that is very familiar with Commander Kruger. Also, they're currently on the search for the A Squad. Now, throughout the episodes, it's really interesting to see how they really interact. There's aliens and other species from across the galaxy that have come into Earth, and they all get along with each other. And that's really cool and very interesting to see, because I really do enjoy the part where everyone can get along despite of their differences. Now, during the finale, the 2-part finale, I should say, for SPD, it's really epic. And the battle between the Rangers and the enemies is, well, it's quite beautiful, I should say. It's one of the best seasons that I could ever hope for. And also with the Blue Ranger, I almost forgot to mention, somewhere around the season, you're gonna see a little surprise, I should say. This surprise comes from paying a homage to Power Rangers Time Force, the predecessor. During that season, it also has the same, or should I say, the similar theme, in which really that pays a homage to the season prior. And for number 8 is Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. For Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, this takes place at Mariner Bay, where 5 Rangers get to be recruited by Captain Mitchell and Miss Fairweather to become the new team of Rangers to defeat these demons. Now, with their headquarters and where it's taking place, Captain Mitchell and his staff are working in an aqua base, which, when I think about it during the season, I'm surprised that those demons have not invaded the aqua base. Unless if I'm wrong, please comment down below to tell me any facts if I'm wrong about anything that happened over the seasons with the Power Rangers. And one of the cool things about this season, I have so much respect for Saban during that time, is creating their original 6th Ranger, and that is the Titanium Ranger. With this Titanium Ranger, he is one of my favorite Rangers, only because it is an original creation by Saban. With Saban creating the 6th original Ranger, this creates precedence for Saban to continue on creating new powers and new Rangers for the series. Also, during the season, there's also a really funny situation where the Green Ranger has fallen for Miss Fairweather. And overall, I think it's really funny and cool at the same time because it reminds me of a chick flick in a way. But overall, it's a really cool season. Definitely one of my favorites. Definitely recommended as well. And for number 7 is Power Rangers Dino Charge. And when it comes to numerology with number 7, I would consider this to be a very lucky number because Saban has redeemed himself from a really bad run with Megaforce, Super Megaforce, and maybe with Samurai too. With Power Rangers Dino Charge, this is where the executive producer Chip Lin has full creative rights to create the season the way he wanted to, and it turns out to be a great decision that they have ever done. Overall, I really enjoyed how Chip Lin and Saban really implemented some of the aspects from the Super Sentai counterpart into the season, which is really cool, and it's paying homage and dedication to that, which I really do appreciate because I also did watch the Super Sentai counterpart. It's also really cool. I love everything about Dino Charge, and it's a really cool season to watch. I even love the potential romance between Tyler and Shelby. I really do wish they can get together and become a couple because I really think they're really cute. And considering how I heard that Dino Supercharge has been released, I cannot wait to catch up with the episodes because now I feel like I'm being left behind. With a few sources that have told me that the first season to Dino Supercharge is amazing and more phenomenal. This is definitely a very cool season to watch. You won't be disappointed, especially like I said, after Super Megaforce, but it's a really cool season to watch, and I totally recommend it. And for number 6 is Power Rangers Time Force. Now, this is the 9th season of the Power Rangers franchise that took place 1,000 years later, around the year 3000-3001. During that time, four out of the 5 Rangers needed a new leader, and they traveled back in time to the year 2001 to find the Red Ranger, who is also their leader. And they have recruited Wes, the Red Ranger, to battle Ransik and his daughter Nadira. Overall, it's a great season. I love Power Rangers Time Force. I love the potential romance between Wes and Jen as a couple. It's really cool, and it's also a great season where they have taught their audience that to not let time control our destinies to do whenever we wanted to do in life. And I think that is a very important lesson that this season has brought. Overall, it's a really cool season, and I really do enjoy watching Time Force. And number 5 is Power Rangers in Space. And with this season that took place after Power Rangers Turbo, 4 of the Rangers have heard that Zordon has been abducted from his homeland of Eltar, and he has been abducted by the Ultimate Alliance of Evil, which is headed by Dark Spectre. And with this season, they have brought back some of the other villains from the other seasons from Mighty Morphin, like Rita Repulsa, Lord Zed, the Machine Empire, Divatox, and even more. There's even more villains that come into play that are part of the Ultimate Alliance of Evil to ensure that Zordon is no longer alive. With this season, this also explores the past of the Red Ranger as well with Andros. And with his past, it also talks about his sister and one of his friends who turns out to be the Silver Space Ranger. I really do enjoy the romance of Ashley and Andros. They do make a beautiful couple. Even though it's a great season, I'm very sad about this season because it has a very sad ending to me, where it's an end of an era for someone, and it really continues on paying it forward in his memory. And number 4 is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. As you know, with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, this is the season that started it all, and it has created a very important legacy that has continued for the rest of the seasons in this franchise. For 3 seasons, we get to see 5 best friends in high school. They get to all hang out, and then for suddenly out of nowhere decide to become Power Rangers with the recruitment of Zordon and Alpha 5. And also, this is where I'm guessing one of your favorite Rangers, the original 6th Ranger, Tommy, comes in, and Well, first off, as you know, he was just a new guy, but then afterwards, after being recruited by Rita Repulsa, he has turned evil with the evil power coin. And then soon afterwards, with that venture, he has reverted back to normal from the evil. All his evil powers are gone. And from there on, he gets to even start going out with the Pink Ranger Kimberly. But this is definitely one of my top 5, and I really do appreciate Mighty Morphin for setting off the season for the way it is and creating a legacy that continues on for other Rangers over the years. And so for number 3 is Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Now when Power Rangers Ninja Storm first came over, this is the first season that is in the Disney era, and which I think is pretty cool. Everything I love about Ninja Storms, from the opening to its theme of being a ninja, it also inspires me that I wish I can become a ninja as well. Their sensei in the beginning turned into a guinea pig by Lothar, and with the team up of the Wind Ninjas, the ninjas who had thunder powers, and the Green Samurai Ranger, they have created the ultimate power that have made them unstoppable. They have so many great storylines, really great Megazords, as I said. Considering how this is the first season of the Disney era with Ninja Storm, I would say that Disney had definitely set the bars high, and it's one of my favorite seasons. And with number 2 is Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Now this is the second season of the Power Rangers being under the Disney era. Power Rangers Dino Thunder involves the return of a very, very familiar Power Rangers veteran, as you know, as you guessed it, it's Tommy Oliver, who now has a PhD and has become a science teacher at Reefside High. During that time, in the first few episodes, this is where the 3 Rangers, they had to battle against Mezagoth. And it's definitely one of my favorite seasons as well. And also there's also a really cool team up with Dino Thunder and Ninja Storm, which I find to be very epic. And there's nothing more than I really enjoy than seeing 2 teams start teaming up each other to fight against the current villains of that season and the past villains in the previous season. Also, I got the chance to meet the Blue Ranger and the White Ranger, and they're really nice in person. And finally, with number 1 is Power Rangers Wild Force. Now this is the 10th season of the Power Rangers franchise, and this is the last season under Saban of the post-Zordon era. With this season, this is the first season in the Power Rangers franchise for me that got me started watching Power Rangers in the first place, and I really enjoyed every minute of it in that season. I have a few favorite Rangers: the Red Ranger, the White Ranger, and the Sixth Ranger. With Power Rangers Wild Force, this takes place at Turtle Cove. From there, he gets to meet Princess Shayla and the rest of the Rangers and the rest of the Megazords, which in this case he has the ability to communicate with the Zords too. It also has really cool storylines with Merrick the Wolf Ranger and Princess Shayla. Apparently they had some kind of romance in the past, but I believe they still have a chance to be together. Now with the Power Rangers team up, this episode is known as Forever Red. And as you can see, Cole gets to team up with 9 other Rangers from the previous seasons, and it turned out to be a really cool episode. And also one of the Alphas is involved as well. There's a lot of great team ups with Time Force and Wild Force together, as well as Forever Red. So for that, it is definitely my number 1. And on that note, that's pretty much it, you guys. Thank you for watching. What do you guys think of my list? Do you guys agree? Are there other seasons that you guys enjoy in the franchise? Also comment down below about your favorite Rangers and such, or even your favorite episodes too. We also have other videos in our channel that you guys should definitely watch, like our top 10s, where Chris and I have our own top 10 list of our favorite animes to watch in 2015 and in 2016. Also, there's another series called My First Time, where Chris gets to play various games that he has for the first time on the NES. Also, don't forget to like, possibly share if you guys want, and please don't forget to subscribe. Once again, you guys, thank you so much once again for watching, and may the power protect you. Go, go, Megaforce! Ha!
Go, Megaforce! Don't forget this thing. I have this thing.
Hun, why
What?
do you have Gose?
It looks like a tiki head thing.
That's my Morpher.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
Here.
you. Nope. Thank you. Can I have my card too?
I also have this card, too.
Can I have my card back, please?
Shout out to this blue guy.